Hello and welcome to the DOGE and Maha News channel. In today's video, we're going to see what Senator Rand Paul thinks of the Department of Government Efficiency and whether or not it can actually cut government spending. Every year, Senator Rand Paul does what he calls a Festivus Report, which is where he airs his grievances regarding government wasteful spending. Let's go ahead and check out this video.
In terms of the new administration, Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy's new Department of Government Efficiency, which is short-termed as DOGE, giving a shout out to my next guest who has been trying to save tax dollars and cut waste for years on Capitol Hill. And DOGE posted this clip with some of Senator Rand Paul's greatest hits. Watch.
To give tequila to Sunfish and gin and see which one made them more aggressive.
Wait, why are we giving tequila or gin to Sunfish, first of all? And why does it matter if it makes them more aggressive? How much money was spent on that research? I don't know, but even $1 is way too much.
Nearly $1 million spent studying whether or not Japanese quail, if you give them cocaine, whether or not they're more sexually promiscuous.
Okay, cocaine, Japanese quail, that is really important, and $1 million was spent on that. Yeah, because we need to know if cocaine makes quail more sexually promiscuous. That's really important.
To study what did Armstrong say, what did Neil Armstrong say when he landed on the moon? In the end, $750,000 later, they couldn't decide. Was it one step for man, one step for a man?
Oh my gosh. $750,000 spent to try to determine if Neil Armstrong said one step for man or one step for a man. Oh my God. Why does it matter?
Unbelievable. Let's bring in Senator Paul, serves on the Foreign Relations Committee. We want to ask him about Ukraine as well, and is set to become chairman of the Homeland Security Committee. Senator Paul, thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you.
Senator Paul has been doing this report that he calls the Festivus Report, or the airing of grievances of government wasteful spending. He's been doing it for roughly 9 years. I just came across this the other day. I'll go ahead and leave a link to the 2023 report below, so check that out. It's actually really funny and sad at the same time.
I want to play this quick soundbite from Vivek Ramaswamy about what they want to do and get your thoughts on it. Let's watch.
We expect certain agencies to be deleted outright. We expect mass reductions in force in areas of the federal government that are bloated. We expect massive cuts among federal contractors and others who are overbilling the federal government. So yes, we expect all of the above. And I think people will be surprised by, how quickly we're able to move.
I expect them to do all those things as well. I'm super excited about it, and I know that they're going to move quick and decisively. So I expect to see great results.
So you know things better than Vivek Ramaswamy does, actually, in terms of what happens on the Hill and how difficult it is to cut through these agencies. Are you optimistic that this can be accomplished as he says?
I feel like I'm at a revival meeting and I can say, amen, Vivek, amen. I'm with you. We've already forwarded them 2,000 pages of waste that could be cut.
What? 2,000 pages of waste that can be cut. Obviously, Senator Rand Paul has been watching wasteful government spending for many years, and he's been calling it out, but Congress is never really acting. And like the host here says, it's difficult to get people to actually act and be brave enough to cut spending, because honestly, they're all afraid. They're afraid to cut spending. It's ridiculous. What's so scary about it? I don't understand. It's good for the American people. It's what Americans want. We want the government to be streamlined. We want them to be efficient. We want them to provide. We want the government to provide the necessary services, but at a cost-effective way. And so, yeah, it's going to be a fight It's going to be a fight in Congress, but it's time for Congress to actually grow a spine and take some action.
I'm all in and will do anything I can to help them. I think we've never had a president and a team like Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy that had this degree of momentum, incisiveness, and frankly, energy and drive to do it. That's what it takes. It's a monster. It's a monster.
Boy, that's a fact. $6.7 billion, I believe, is our budget or our spending every year. That is wild to me. I don't even understand that kind of money at all. But yeah, it takes a couple guys like this, plus the help of Trump, in order to actually tackle this. Some people that are brave and willing to sacrifice, because they're just going to be attacked left and right, as they already are. It's going to be a battle. Congress is filled with, on both the Democrat and Republican side, people that are just too afraid to tackle this spending, this wasteful spending. And I think these guys have the guts to do it, and they're going to take action.
The Leviathan. But can you cut? Sure, you can cut. You can cut through attrition. You can cut through letting people go. There are some departments that would be gone and you would not know it. The Department of Education, we've had it for 40 years. The scores of our students are worse. If it was...
Whoa, that's a fact, actually. So the Department of Education has been around for 40 years. I'm not quite sure why they were created. However, whatever they're doing is not working, because our scores are going down. The education of our kids has gotten worse over the years. And so it's really time to cut that organization and really figure out how to do it better.
Gone tomorrow, it would not affect education, although it might help education because you'd have more local control of your schools. Can they do it all through executive action? Maybe not. But by pointing it out and ridiculing it and then doing what they can through executive action, I think we're going to draw a lot of attention to it. And
that's a really good point. And that's what Kevin O'Leary talked about in the video I shared yesterday, is that they're going to do a lot of online shaming, like through X, right? They're going to say, hey, look at this wasteful spending that this senator is doing, or this congressperson is doing. Look at this wasteful spending in this department and that department. And it's going to put a lot of pressure on the leaders of those departments, as well as Congress, to take action. So, because people are going to finally see, wow, look at the waste, and we're going to rise up as a nation of people and say, we need to cut this waste and stop it.
Maybe some of my colleagues will wake up.
Let me ask you that. So just
They'll wake
Department
up.
of Education, can the president, through executive action, eliminate it? I know Musk has talked about paying people 2 years of severance and time to go find their own job, still saving money.
You know, that's yet to be determined. The money will be allocated by Congress. And so this debate went on in the Nixon era when he impounded money. The court said he actually couldn't impound money. If he was told to spend it, the president had to spend it. So there will be that debate. There's also another way you can get at spending. It's called rescission. So money is sent over. The president says, well, we don't need this much money. We don't need this many people. We'd like to send some back. Has to be voted on by Congress, and that's a rescission package. But it gets special privilege, and it only is a simple majority. So if rescission would work and all the Republicans stay together, you could cut billions, if not trillions of dollars in spending. So
Okay, so that's interesting. So it is a bill that gets priority, which means it's going to be acted on or voted on pretty fast. And it just takes a simple majority. And right now, it looks like the Republicans have both houses. They have Congress and they have the Senate. So it's just going to take a simple majority. If they can actually stay together and vote together on this, then we can pass these rescission bills and actually cut spending that way as well.
Everything they're talking about doing, the most practical way of doing it probably includes Congress, but it's included through what's called a rescission package, which has privilege, meaning it'll get a vote, and it can be done by simple majority. I'm going to work with their team and do everything I can to give them advice on how to do it. On the regulatory front, I think they can immediately begin writing regulations to undo regulations.
Ooh, yeah, that's good. Right regulations to undo regulations. I love that Senator Rand Paul is not fighting them. He's actually on their side and really wants to support their efforts and really help them with the congressional aspect of this and the lawmaking aspect of this. So hopefully more and more people in Congress will get on board and be excited about this. And when the momentum starts going, I think it's going to happen. When there's momentum and we can see wasteful spending being cut, I think more and more people in Congress are going to jump on board.
So I think there's a lot they could do by executive action on deregulating us. And if they're real activists on it, I think a lot could get done. We've never had an administration, including the previous Trump administration, I think that was this aggressive. I'm all for it, and the sooner we get started, the better.
Yeah, there's a window.
That's a great point. Trump is coming in very aggressive. He's got the team around him to be aggressive, to take action, and they know they only have a short window, about 2 years, and they're going to just take incredible action. So I'm really excited. I just hope that the next Democrat president that comes in doesn't like undo a bunch of this stuff, but we'll see what happens. We got to start by getting rid of the spending first, and then hopefully we can maintain that smaller, streamlined government going forward.
In the first 100 days when the momentum can be behind these things. And as Elon Musk has said, we've watched him slash spending. Any successful businessman knows that watching every penny is the key to success. And if we can see some of that applied to government, I think we'd see some real change.
Well, this video makes me even more excited about the prospects of DOGE, knowing that Senator Rand Paul is on board, and hopefully more and more congressmen and women can get on board as well. So I'm really optimistic about the cutting of wasteful government spending. And if you're excited about this as well, you're going to want to follow along this channel, because I'm going to give you daily updates on DOGE as well as the Make America Healthy Again agenda. So make sure you like and subscribe. Check that out below. I'm also going to post the Festivus 2023 report, so you can look at that as well. It'll make you laugh and cry at the same time. So thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.